Hello everyone, I'm going to do a real quick oil change on this F550 with the 6.7 diesel in it. So if you got one of these trucks and if you want to change the oil on it, don't be intimidated by it. It's pretty easy. The Ford dealerships around here, since it's been a 550, they only want to schedule you in when their service department is empty for their commercial, I guess the commercial trucks or whatever. They won't do an oil change on it unless you book it 3 weeks out. And I was taking it to Take 5, and then they quit getting oil in that I needed. So it's very hard to find oil for this truck this time. And now the oil filters are getting hard. So I bought 2 of them a couple of days ago, and I'll show you what I paid for the oil filters. I got them at Conway Ford, because 3 Advances and the O'Reillys did not have it. But I bought 2 of them, and it was $69.08. And then I went on a search to get the oil, and I used the 10W30 Power Stroke diesel oil, and I bought 3 jugs of that. I only needed 2. This truck takes 13 quarts. And I have 3 quarts left over from the last change, but I went ahead and bought it since it's the bunch of the Advances and O'Reillys didn't have it, and I got lucky and found me 3. But 3 of them is $116.61. Now, when I was taking it to Take 5, they was charging me anywhere between $169 to $240, and that was the last time I took it there was about 8 months ago, so I'm sure the prices went up. But I'll get the tools out and I'll show you what you need to do it. All right. The only tools you'll need for this is a 5/8 wrench, a catch can that can catch a lot of oil. Since they hold 13 quarts, this one here holds 24 quarts, and you'll really need to pop that air release right there. If you don't, it will overflow it. And I use this style of filter wrench, and I don't put them on tight. I probably can pull that one off by hand when I get up under it. So right here's the drain plug, and when I get this out, it won't come out until you get the plug almost all the way off. But when it starts to come, it comes out in a hurry. So, get situated here. And it does pour out quick. They got other cans that you can buy, but this one here, if you look at the hole in it, since it pours out so quick, that's what you need. And I probably can squeeze this here off by my hand. Well, maybe I'm not. Alright. Let me try to get this here to the wrench here. And this here will pour some oil out of it. I've been seeing one on YouTube where the people have been putting like solo cups over it as they twist it, where they don't get oil on them. So we'll just let this sit here and drain for a few minutes, and we'll be right back. So I thought I had some brake cleaner. So I've been letting this drain for about 30 minutes while I went to get some brake cleaner. We'll put this drain plug back in real quick. when I usually get done, I usually blast all up in here with brake cleaner where the oil was. And that's why I do that. So now I'll show you how I do the oil filter real quick. So on the oil filter, I usually like to tear these tabs off this box right here. And so I got a bad oil filter one time, and the gasket was spliced open, and it when I went to crank the truck, it threw oil everywhere. So I like to look at the seal on it, and I flip it upside down, and I'll put a funnel in it, and I'll try to fill it some oil and it not spill. But they'll hold, I think, a quart. I don't put a quart in. You gotta pour it in there slow though, because you gotta give it time to fill up. So I'll fill this up real quick, and then I'll be right back. So I got about a quart in it, you can see. I think can't really see much, and I overflowed the edge there. And I'll show you something underneath it too. So you can let this drip all day, and it'll never quit dripping. And always make sure you get the rubber off of that. If that seal was left behind or whatever, make sure it was left, you know, you got it off the pump up there and not leave it. I'll take some of the old oil and wrap on the seal of this new filter. Slap my hands real quick. Turn until it catches, I guess. Alright, so I don't put them tight. I'll get as hand tight as I can. And then that wrench I have, the oil filter wrench, I don't really do a full turn on it. I just do a little bit until I think it's tight enough. That should be it. Let me just, that's all I want. So the way that pump up there is made, it'll leak out on, or like when you filled it up, or when you put the filter up, it's leaking a little bit. So if you blast this here with PV blaster or brake cleaner, sometimes it will shoot the odor out. So I'm going to pour 12 quarts of that 10W30 right there where that funnel is. And don't forget, because a quart went into the oil filter. So that'll be 13 quarts. Alright, let me fill it up and then I'll be right back. Alright, so I got it filled up with the 13 quarts. Now I'll just crank it up. And I'll crank it up and let it run for like 5-10 seconds to make sure there ain't no problem going on with it. So that should have been enough to circulate it. And I'll change the oil in it, or change the oil, check the oil in it, and make sure it's full. And that's it.